Before you check your phone, stop. Are you truly in control of your day every morning? You might be losing yourself without even realizing it. But if today was your last day on Earth, would you be proud of how you started it? Before you scroll aimlessly, before you let the noise of the world flood your thoughts, pause just for a moment and ask yourself the question most people avoid. If today was my last day alive, would I be proud of how I spent my morning? Would you feel proud of letting your attention be hijacked by notifications, trends, and other people's agendas? Or would you realize too late that you gave your final hours to things that never mattered? Most people wake up lost. They drift enslaved by dopamine and distractions. From sleep, they fall straight into servitude, to their phones, to stress, to schedules they never consciously chose. They walk into battle completely unarmed. No mindset, no armor, no clarity. And when life finally hits them, it's already too late. But you're different. You're not here to blend into the crowd. You're here because something inside you refuses to settle for mediocrity. You're not after control over the world. You're after control over yourself. And that's where true power begins. Welcome to Stoicism Philosophy Daily. This is not another feel-good morning video. This is psychological weaponry, a mental forge, a battlefield where ancient Stoicism fuses with the sharp edge of dark psychology. Here, we don't just speak wisdom, we live it. We carve it into our minds like armor, piece by piece, every single morning. And by the end of this video, you'll walk away with 10 rules, 10 meditations that will rewire your perception of reality, tools to remind you who you are, what truly matters, and how to crush the noise before it crushes you. But first, I want to know who's serious, who's ready to stop reacting and start mastering. If that's you, pause the video now and comment below. I command my mind. I don't negotiate with weakness. Say it, write it, declare it. Let that phrase be your first act of power today. Now breathe deep, clear your mind. Let's begin. Number 1. Wake up with death in mind. Each morning, before your feet touch the ground, whisper these words. We just started our morning by asking, if today were your last day, how would you live it? Now, it's time to answer, not with fear, but with clarity. Before anything else, whisper this to yourself: I could die today. Not to be morbid, not to bring yourself down, but to wake yourself up, because nothing rips away illusion faster than the sharp blade of mortality. The Stoics had a name for this: memento mori, remember you must die. And to them, this wasn't poetry. It was psychological weaponry, a blade of truth. When you face death first, everything else shrinks. That email, it's not life or death. That argument, not worth your peace. That fear of judgment, completely irrelevant. Most people live like they have unlimited time. They procrastinate on their mission. They avoid the hard conversations. They cling to toxic relationships. Why? Because death is abstract to them. They live like immortals, even as time slips through their fingers like grains of sand. But you wake up with your eyes wide open. You treat the day like a battlefield, and death like a general silently watching your every move. You're not paralyzed by it. You're sharpened by it. You move with urgency. You speak with intention. You live while others sleepwalk. And here's the dark psychology behind it. When you truly accept death fully and deeply, you become untouchable. They can't manipulate you with fear. They can't bait you with status. They can't control you with anxiety about the future, because you've already looked the worst-case scenario in the face and declared, let it come. I'm ready. So tomorrow morning, don't just wake up, resurrect. Look in the mirror and remind yourself you owe death a day. And maybe today is that day. Live like it is. And if you're still with me, still walking this path, then lock this into your subconscious right now. Drop this in the comments. I live like time owes me nothing. Because it does and single quotes t. Let the world waste time. You're already ahead. Number 2. Control versus chaos, the dichotomy of power. Here's one brutal truth most people never truly grasp. When you realize that time owes you nothing, you begin to act with clarity. And the first step is to split your world into what you can control and what you can't. You can control your effort, not the outcome. You can control your response, not what others say. You can control your thoughts, not the chaos outside. It sounds simple, but most people don't live like this. They bleed themselves dry trying to control the uncontrollable. They obsess over being liked. They rage at traffic. They spiral because someone didn't text back fast enough. It's madness. And worse, it's self-inflicted madness. This is where Stoic philosophy cuts sharp and where dark psychology steps in. The moment you stop chasing control over the external, you become terrifyingly calm. Why? Because you're unpredictable, you're unbothered, you're no longer reacting like a puppet pulled by strings. You operate from intentional choice, not emotional impulse. When someone insults you and you feel nothing, that's power. When plans collapse and you adapt instantly, that's power. When the world is in chaos and you remain composed, that's power. You're not numb, you're in command. You've unplugged from the matrix of chaos that most people call life. They'll try to provoke you, they'll try to push your buttons, but nothing sticks because you've internalized the dichotomy of control. You've weaponized it. So tomorrow morning, when the world comes knocking, demanding your attention and energy, say this to yourself like a sacred vow. If it's not in my control, it doesn't get my soul. And if that hits you, write it down in the comments. If it's not in my control, it doesn't get my soul. Let them spiral. Let them chase shadows. You choose stillness. You choose strength. Number 3, the power of indifference. Life will hit you. That's not pessimism. It's a weather forecast. When you choose indifference in the face of chaos, you don't just become calm, you become unbreakable. And it's in those moments when life doesn't go your way that a powerful mindset is forged. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it, and you are that fire." Every hardship is fuel. Betrayal, fuel. Loneliness, fuel. Rejection, more fuel. You turn every scar into steel. This isn't weakness pretending to be strength. This is real strength, forged by indifference to what would destroy others. And here's where dark psychology adds a crucial layer. When you detach emotionally from the outcome, when you fully accept what is, you cannot be controlled. You won't be manipulated by fear. You won't be seduced by comfort. You don't crave ease. You crave resistance because you know resistance builds resilience. So next time life doesn't go your way, don't curse it. Don't run. Lean in. Smile. Whisper to yourself, "Good. I needed this." And if that resonates deep within your soul, make it part of your identity. Drop it in the comments right now. The fire only makes me sharper. You're not chasing an easy life. You're building an indestructible one. That's amor fati, the love of fate. Number 4, the enemy is comfort. Embrace voluntary hardship. Once you see that comfort is the true enemy, you realize something else. Every hard choice you make daily isn't just training your body, it's forging your will. Choose the hard path daily. Wake up earlier than you want. Push your body even when it screams for rest. Do the thing you've been avoiding. Let your weakness scream and keep moving anyway. Discomfort is your arena. Each time you reject ease, you're not just building discipline, you're proving to yourself that you are not a slave to sensation. You are in command. And that self-respect, that internal fire, that's what sets you apart. So tomorrow morning, don't just go through the motions. Seek resistance. Make the cold shower colder. Run when your body wants to quit. Read when your brain craves dopamine. Show yourself what you're truly made of, not when it's easy, but when it's absolutely not. And if you're not just listening, but actually living this, pause and drop this in the comments. Comfort is the enemy. I train for war. Because warriors aren't made in moments of glory. They're made in the silent, brutal, uncelebrated choices that no one else dares to make. Number 5, you are not your thoughts. It's time to master the inner critic. Once You understand that not every thought is true or useful. You begin to reclaim control over your mind. And to do that, you need a simple but powerful filter for every thought that arises. Ask yourself, is this useful? Is this true? Does this serve me? If the answer is no, dismiss it, like a king casually brushing away a fly. Your mind is your kingdom. No intruder gets in without your permission. Now repeat this with me, not quietly, not timidly, but as a command. I am not my thoughts. I am the one who decides. And if that really hits, if it lands deeply, anchor it in by dropping this in the comments. I am not my thoughts. I am the one who decides. This is the death of self-sabotage. This is the birth of self-mastery. Number 6. Silence is strength. Stop oversharing. In a world addicted to noise, silence is a weapon. Everyone's talking, tweeting, posting, venting, oversharing, trying to be seen, trying to be heard, trying to prove they matter. But the Stoics knew, and dark psychology confirms, the one who speaks the least holds the most power. You don't need to announce every move. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. You don't need to share your goals to earn validation. The more you reveal, the more you give away. And every part of yourself you offer up for approval is a piece of power you may never reclaim. Seneca said, "Good ideas are public property, but the most dangerous ideas, the most ambitious plans, keep them to yourself, because once you speak them, they're open to corruption, doubt, judgment, envy. The moment you talk, you give people a target. When you're silent, you're unreadable. And unreadable is unbreakable. There's a reason why predators in the wild don't roar before the kill. They move in silence. They watch, they wait, then strike with precision. You must become that. Say less, observe more, think deeper, and speak only when your words are sharp enough to matter. Here's something most people never consider. The more people know about your inner world, the easier you are to manipulate. The world doesn't need access to your thoughts, your dreams, your next moves. Keep them guessing, keep them wondering, keep them off balance. So tomorrow, practice silence. Don't announce your grind. Show it. Don't explain your boundaries. Enforce them. Don't broadcast your pain. Process it in private. Then step into the world, calm and clear. Number 7. Move in silence. Next, we'll explore how to turn silence into a strategic advantage. When you learn to move in silence, calculate every step, and speak with purpose, you become unreadable and untouchable. And in that silence, power grows. If that hit you, truly hit you, lock it in with a comment right now. Power grows in silence. Say less, mean more. That's the Stoic way. Status is an illusion. Stop chasing approval. Status is a game designed for the insecure. Likes, titles, followers, nameplates, name drops. It's all part of a well-decorated prison. And most people, they're sprinting just to decorate their own cell. They chase status because they don't know who they are without it. But here's the brutal truth. Status is an illusion, and chasing it is the fastest way to lose yourself. The Stoics warned about this trap more than 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius, literal emperor of Rome, said, "Ambition means tying your well-being to what other people say or do. That's not strength. That's slavery. If your identity is built on being admired, then anyone who withdraws their attention becomes your master. One opinion shakes you. One insult spirals you. One ignored message ruins your day. You don't need to be liked. You need to be rooted. You don't need applause. You need integrity. When you live by principle, you can walk through fire and stay upright. But when you live for approval, even a breeze can break you." Dark psychology reveals a cold but freeing truth. Most people are too wrapped in their own insecurities to truly admire or hate you. So stop living for their praise. Most of it is shallow. Most of it is fake. And the moment you stop performing, it disappears. Let it. You weren't built to impress. You were built to endure, evolve, and execute. So, stop dressing for attention. Stop posting for validation. Stop speaking for applause. Strip away everything that isn't truly yours. Because once you let go of needing to be seen, That's when you truly see yourself. If that lands, and it should, pause and comment. This now, I don't chase approval. I anchor in truth. That is your new identity. Rooted, unshakable, unbothered by noise. Number 8, build the fortress within. Because there's only one place in this world chaos can't reach. When you stop living for approval and anchor yourself in truth, you begin to build your inner fortress. The only place in this world where chaos can't reach is inside you. The Stoics didn't just preach resilience, they built it, brick by brick, quietly. They called it the inner citadel, a mental stronghold no one else could see, but everything depended on. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but he understood that the only kingdom that truly mattered was the one between his ears. Because when the empire burns, when people betray you, when life strips away everything you once thought was certain, the only thing left is you. So ask yourself, is your mind a fortress or a ruin? Do you wake up prepared for battle, or hoping the world will go easy on you? This isn't about false optimism. It's not pretending things will be okay. It's becoming the kind of person who says, even if they aren't, I will be. Every meditation in this video has been a brick, memento mori, the reminder that death stalks you, sharpening your actions, the dichotomy of control, filtering out the noise and focusing your power. Amor fati, embracing the storm, not avoiding it. Silence, self-mastery, discomfort, detachment. These are not motivational fluff. These are stone and steel, and your mind is the structure. Here's the dark truth the world won't tell you. No one is coming to build it for you. No one is coming to save you. No one will fix your mental walls when they crack. You either build it or you break, and life won't wait. The storm comes anyway. But when you truly build that citadel, something powerful happens. The world loses its leverage. No insult rattles you. No failure defines you. No applause intoxicates you. You're no longer pushed around by every emotion, every comment, every headline. You sit at the center of the chaos, calm, sharp, still. Because you've trained for this. Because you chose this. Because you built this, and here's your challenge and your reward. Every morning, wake up and lay one more brick. One more act of discipline. One more quiet refusal to give in. One more mental repetition until your mind becomes a place that not even your worst day can enter without permission. If you're truly building it, not just dreaming, not just watching, but living it, then prove it. As you lay one more brick each morning, you're not just building a fortress, you're defining your identity. So if that truth lit something inside you, lock it in right now. Drop this in the comments. My mind is my fortress. Nothing gets in without my permission. That is your power. That is your peace. And no one can take it unless you open the gates. Now you know the truth. The world doesn't get easier. You get stronger. And not by accident, but by design. Not by luck, but by ritual. By waking up every single morning and choosing the hard path. The path of awareness, of self-command, of resilience. The path of the modern Stoic. You've just walked through 10 core principles that most people will never even grasp, let alone live. And if you've made it this far, it means you're not like most people. You're not here to feel good for 5 minutes. You're here to build something. A resilient mind, an unshakable identity, a legacy of inner strength that no algorithm, no comment, no crisis can shake. But here's the catch. Watching this isn't enough. Knowing these truths isn't enough. You must live them daily. Make this video your morning ritual. Come back to it. Rewatch it. Breathe it in until these meditations become automatic armor. Until your first thoughts each day aren't fear, distraction, or weakness, but presence, power, and control. So, here's your challenge. Pick one of these meditations. Just one. And live it tomorrow like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Then come back. Drop a comment. Share what you experienced. Let others see what happens when philosophy becomes action. And if this video lit a fire inside you, if you felt that spark, then leave one final comment. I'm not watching. I'm becoming. Let that sentence replace every excuse you've ever made. Let it be the difference between you and the rest. Because you're not just here to consume content, you're here to become something greater. Forged in silence, tempered by discipline, driven by truth. If you're ready to keep building your inner citadel, hit that like button now, subscribe to Stoicism Philosophy Daily and turn on notifications, so you never miss the fire that fuels your growth. This is not the end, it's just the beginning. See you in the next one, warrior.